Hey, what's going on, y'all? So yeah, I got another Zach video for y'all. Because the more I look into this shit, it seemed like the more questions I have. And one of the things that I'm questioning right now is like, where the fuck was he coming from? Like, where was he? Now we know where the accident happened. The accident happened at the 700 block of Clark Street. So I went looking at shit, and what I found is this clip right here of the club called the Refuge. And this was what Zach recorded the night that he died. He's recording these niggas right here. Yeah. So I found out that the Refuge is at the 400 block of Clark Street. Okay, and it's like a little nightclub and shit. It don't open up till like 10 o'clock and shit. And they do live acts. Jazz, hip hop, all that kind of shit. So uh, but this shit right here happened at the 700 block of Clark Street. So yeah, 3 blocks away from this party. Now, some people speculate that he was followed from there, and he could have. He could have been. We don't know, and we don't even know who the fuck he left with. If nothing else, even if he didn't leave with some niggas, I mean, shit. I mean, he probably left with some action. You know what I mean? That shit we call EA Sports around here, Easy Action Sports. A bitch probably was with him. But one of the things that stood out to me was the car damage. And I was recently in a car accident, and I guess that's why I was, kind of intrigued by this comparison right here that I put together for y'all. But look at the front end damage. On the car on the left, the front end damage is on the left hand side. On Zach's car, it's on the right hand side. So that tell me at some point these cars came together, and Zach went one way, and then he fucked up that car too because the car was smoking and shit. Because I was like, well, damn, like, because some people was like, oh, he ran into the back of that car, and I just didn't see that. That made no sense to me. I'm like, well, why the fuck the front smoking? You understand what I'm saying? Like that shit didn't make no sense to me. But I feel like at some point these cars collided, and I don't think these niggas was anticipating on that kind of shit happening because uh, these niggas jumped in the car that I'm assuming was behind Zach's car and drove the fuck off. So that tells me that those niggas in both of those cars were together. They were together. And when you look at this front end damage right here, it matches up. It does. And I just told y'all that the club that Zach was leaving was just a few blocks away from this. It was in the 400 block. This happened, the accident happened in the 700 block. So this is just a few blocks away. Okay? So I would like to know where Mr. Danny Friedman was when he said he heard the gunshots, because then, I question, did the accident happen and then the gunshots? Or were there gunshots and then did Zach try to get away and these niggas followed him? You know, um, One of the other things that stood out to me in this eyewitness statement was the fact that he said after he heard the gunshots, he seen a nigga walk past holding a handgun. So I'm like, well, shit. It seemed like one of them niggas left on foot. And then where did he go? There's got to be some type of cameras. I mean, there's businesses along this street. It's got to be some type of cameras. I mean, they can't tell me that this cell phone footage is the only footage that they have. I don't believe that. Um, but yeah, I don't know if he was followed from the club, but it's safe to assume that he was. I mean, shit, it only happened a few blocks away. But I don't know if he had somebody with him or if they were after because some people think that they were after somebody that was in the vehicle with Zach. But when I look at Zach's vehicle, like in this picture right here, clearly I see 2 bullet holes to the driver's side. And that tells me that if Zach was the driver, then shit, nigga, he was the target. That's it and that's all. Now, I found this Facebook post from Zach's mother, and this is what she had to say. She says, he took your bum ass off the street and tried to make something out of you. He put money in your pocket and you set my baby up, you dirty motherfucker. So in her mind, she believes that she know who's involved in this shit. And I pray to God that she does, just so Zach can get justice. Now I know it's people all over YouTube, all over the internet, shitting on him, even in death. They glad that nigga gone. But then there's those that is out here like, hey, look, he was a nice guy. He didn't deserve that shit. And I'm just one to, I'm one who believes that nobody deserves death. That's just how I feel. But and then especially to go out like this, and then his mother says 7 times, you punk ass bitches, you will be brought to the light. Your bitch ass can't hide for long. So I don't know if she's meaning he was shot 7 times, because in the news reports they said that he was only shot twice. He was shot once in the head and then once in the neck. So uh yeah, I don't know. She's saying 7 times. Is she meaning that he was shot 7 times? I mean, yeah. Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think about this, man, because clearly in my mind this was a setup all day, man. This was a setup, man.